It is crazy. Well, people will do that. Here in the US, people will do that so easily. One time you're their best friend, and then the next time you don't even know what happened. I've seen this happen at work. Where did that happen for you? It happens. It happens. People who are jealous, people who are jealous of you, that's how they do, that's how they roll. It's called jealousy. I feel like all my boobs are out. It's called jealousy. It's if it's happening at work and people are jealous, here's the thing. Is it happening at work? If it's happening at work, you still can win. You still can win. And here is the thing about jealous people. You need a plan. You need a plan. If it's happening at work, here's the thing. Here's the thing, and listen carefully, because how you behave, it really matters. Jealous people, they are cowards. And eventually, even at work, eventually people will figure out their character and they're going to leave the work environment. Plan to outlast them, because if you decide like, this is not, if it's happening at work, this is not the time to leave your job. This economy is not the time to leave your job because somebody is jealous of you at work. Do not leave your job, especially if you're making good money. Outlast them. This is why I say go to church and listen to positive words. Remember God's message in your life. I have loved you with an everlasting kindness. Remember God saying that kindness. He tells you that even if you walk in the valley of the shadow of death, He is going to be there with you and He's going to protect you. It's not happening at work. It's happening at the home, in the house, at your in your family life. Yeah, always remember that God's protection over your life. Don't doubt for a second that God cannot protect you or that you're not going to be in good hands. But if it's at home and you're going through divorce or something is happening, always remember to protect yourself. You know, people want your downfall, so don't let them have the last word over your life. If it's like a marriage that's breaking apart and your spouse is a lawyer, get yourself a good lawyer and make sure that you're protected. Yeah, yes. Never, the superpower is always patience and silence and fasting. Patience, silence, fasting. If you can be patient, if you can be silent, and if you can fast, you can defeat 90% of your enemies. 90% of your enemies. And because they want to get a reaction from you, and I want you to stay regulated. Your nervous systems needs to be regulated. If you need to separate yourself, I always say people, distance and silence are your biggest superpowers. Distance and silence. If you can take a break from the people who are from the narcissist, if you can take a break from them, if you can give them your silence. Remember, people cannot harm you when you have their silence. Silence. Give them your silence. Walk away and go get yourself in the right mind so that you can wage a plan in motion and action. But if you're there fighting them, you're going to lose a lot of energy in the wrong battle when you should be strategizing. Maybe you need a lawyer. Maybe you need to see an occupational therapist if it's happening at work. Maybe you need to see a therapist. Maybe you need to see somebody who can strategize you to win in this situation. Focus on your winning. Don't focus on playing it fair with people. Focus on you winning. What is going to be the point where you win? Okay, that's the strategy where you win, where you stay peaceful here, because you're never ever going to win against your enemies if you're not peaceful here. If your mind is not at peace, you're never going to defeat any enemy of your destiny. So peace is number one, because if you're in survival mindset, you will not be able to think, you will not be able to plan, you will not be able to strategize. And if somebody can make you get dysregulated, if somebody can make you move out of balance, then they attack you when you're weak. That's when they win. So sometimes you see in people retreat. People retreat their forces when they know that they are not in a position to win. They go, they figure out their strategy, and then they come back and attack. That's what you want. If somebody is jealous of you, if somebody has shown you that they have betrayed you, you know, people will sleep with your wife, people will sleep with your partner, your closest friend, your sister, your cousin. They will be the betray you, because with betrayal you never see it coming. That's why we call it betrayal. You will never see it coming. You will see it once it's too late. And when you're in that situation, your enemy and win, because you've already been hurt. Your emotional life is out of balance. There is no winning point for you in that moment, in that emotional state. You are going to lose if you fight. That's why we retreat. We retreat, we go, we gain our resources, and sometimes we never, for me, I was highly betrayed by people closest in my life. And I knew I could not be in a position to win at all. I just knew, like, for me, it's a lose-lose. The only way I can win in this situation was I cut them out of my life, and I start my own new life, and I just win and be happy in my own life. Because whatever they did, it was hurtful. It was the end of relationships that I had held so dear, and I knew there was no winning for me. Like, there is no winning here. People have shown their face, and they have shown me that they are not my friends, they are my enemies. And I had to choose myself. I'm going to be my own friend. I'm going to help myself. I'm going to cut people off, and I'm going to start anew, and I'm going to forge a new path. I decided to love myself in that situation and choose myself. And cutting people off, moving away, was the best thing that I ever made for myself. When you're making such decisions, put your finances into account, put everything into account, go with a plan. If you need a lawyer, go with a plan. Overreacting will not help you. Being angry can land you into so much problems with the law, with the police, so many things. Like, I don't know your situation, but be very, very careful with people, because people are dangerous. People are dangerous. I'm trying to lose weight. I have gained some weight. I still look good, but I really need to lose some weight. That's why I was doing some cardio. I'm going back to my room. There's music, so it's going to be. Let me do my cardio. I'll do for 15 minutes. I'm trying to get this, my gut to be smaller. Eric, in our life, we always protect our nervous system. The first thing that we are going to protect is the nervous system, okay? We don't dwell on the things that people are doing bad in our life. We focus on the things that are happening in our life. Things that are good, how we can improve, how we can move to the next level. That's what we focus on. How do you move to the next level? Okay, there will be fights in life. Life has its ups and downs. What will you do to improve your life after a betrayal? When people are jealous, what are you going to still do to keep winning? Your greatest asset is you keep winning. You know, you see, I always say, you see somebody jealous of you in your life, they got to go. People who are jealous of you in your life, they have to go. If they are sabotaging you, if they're not your friend, you don't need to keep them. They have outlived their welcome in your life, in your space. If you must, you divorce them. If you must, you ghost them. You gotta do what you gotta do. But people who are trying to sabotage you, to tell you that you don't have more room for growth in your life, you know, these are people who want to destroy your destiny. There will be no friendship. There will be no friendship. For people who want to destroy your destiny, they're jealous of you, they don't want you to achieve more in life, they are your enemy, straight up. Straight up. Do not let people destroy your destiny or discourage you. You know, they got to go, they got to go. They got to go, they got to go. People have to come into your life and wish you good things and bless your life. They have to speak life into your situations. They need to bless your life. Time is it? I don't know how I gained so much weight. I need to lose like 10 pounds. Woo! Ooh! Ooh! Ah! Uh-huh! 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 Woo! Woo! I'm going to use this song. All stars. I'm going to use that in my YouTube videos. We are so screwed right now with a new bill. Man, you're now officially in a police state. We are in a police state right now because the new bill and ICE is now in full control. I think we can say this administration wants to persecute black and brown people, and it has all the power to do so. Officially, we are in the resistance. New world order has begun. Evil unleashed by the new beautiful big bill. You're done for. But it doesn't matter. You are keeping on. This is what American people wanted, is what they got. That's what. I love this one too.
Hit a crisscross, make a fall, win the game. Break his ankles, what you doing in my lane? Hit him with an alley-oop, now they screaming at me. Let's do it. Take it to the hoop, push through it. Get to it. Showstopper, you the champ, let's do it. Moving state to state, I'ma show you how to play. Ball, so just get him out my way. I just want it all, so right now you gotta wait. Cause it's money to be made. Bring some place. Ballin' on the court, make them chase. Buzzer beat a shot clock, first place. Got them running plays like they running in a race. I just wanna ball. I just wanna ball. Swish. I just wanna ball. Swish. I just wanna ball.
Hey, Ray Ray. Can you imagine? I think I gained some weight. I haven't been consistent with my working out. I'm trying to get some abs by 2020. I'm trying to get abs by the end of this year. Yeah, man. Look. I'm trying. I'm trying to get my sexy back. Ray Ray, how's it going? I do look way better. Thank you, my darling. Love it, thank you. I'm really trying. You know, I've been feeling like, you can notice, like, I don't like wearing like my tops because I feel like, you know, I'm not yet there, but I was like, okay, well, it's so hot in the summer. It's really hard to keep wearing like everything and still like work out. It gets hard. We should work out together one time. Ask me when you're ready. We can put up and send you a link. Okay, well, when I used to party, all my theme when I was younger and I was living in Kenya, and in Kenya you start drinking at 18. So anyway, my brother made sure that I started drinking at that time. And he used to take us to the club. That's when I learned to dance. Kind of like learn to shake my waist, because then it was Shakira who was like the big thing with her la 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 la. So I remember I was practicing to do Shakira moves, and I was like, you know, kind of like trying to do what she does. That's what I learned. I'm not Shakira by any way, but it was, she kind of moves like that, like that, like that, and then she does something like that. La 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 la. Shakira Nightwolf. I'm trying. I just feel like I end up, I don't know what I'm doing, but I feel like I'm gaining more weight than than getting fit. So okay, so here's my routine. I'm going to be doing this routine. I want to walk 5 days a week, which I usually do, like walk in the morning 5 days a week, at least for 45 minutes. Then I want to do cardio, like this type of dancing, at least 2 times a week. And then I'm going to do ab workouts at least 2 times a week. So at least I have 9 workouts in a week. I like this song. Seriously, the big beautiful billionaire bill, the big ugly billionaire bill just passed. I don't know why people would want to pass a bill that says it's big. A big bill. I feel like we are screwed, especially, you know, being a person of color. I feel vulnerable under the Trump administration. The evil that is about to happen the next few months until, you know, we have the midterms. These are good for squats. I hear like old people cannot do this. Touch their toes. So touching your toes is really good. Learning to just touch your toes. And squats. Squats are very good. These are the predictors of youth. You wanna stay young, you need to do squats. It's a really good bit. I like it too. I put it in my favorites. this one too. I'm adding them in my favorites. You know, we gotta remind ourselves that it's really not even about losing weight. It's about making it a practice of working out until we drop dead. So we're not gonna ever stop. We are the winners. We are going to win every day for the rest of our lives because we are going to keep it healthy. We are going to keep working and making some money, and then we are not gonna stop. We're going to eat well. We are going to travel, and we are going to have a good community over here. And we're going to keep reminding ourselves, no matter who is jealous, no matter who doesn't want us to win, that we are going to stay consistent. We are going to put ourselves first, and then we're going to help other people to learn to do the same, to win. Okay? That's what we're gonna do. I have to go. I have some lunch to go to. Win, win, win. We will win. I have a lunch to go to. I need to take a shower. Head there. I love you. Keep winning. Keep consistent. We are never gonna stop. We are going to keep doing this even when we are 80 and 90 and 100. We are going to stay fit. We are going to show everybody how it is to be timeless, to be youthful, and to have money. Okay? And to have coins. Love you. Let's see you in the next video. Let me go take a shower. Otherwise, I don't want to stink around people when having lunch. Love you.